morning. I don't know how long I've been afraid of heights, but I do know that fear has been with me a long time. When I first got sober, I used to hang out with a group of young people. We were early in sobriety, trying to figure out a way to have fun without drugs, alcohol, or causing a lot of trouble. I remember my friends from New York used to have these fire pit parties. And I remember hanging out at these parties, feeling insecure, feeling like I couldn't connect because I didn't have substances to deal with life. I was pretty raw, numb. I remember heading inside at this party and finding a group of people huddled around this television set. It was my friend Cameron and his girlfriend watching a video of them skydiving. It was very inspiring to watch. There was awesome music playing in the background. There was all these young people early on in their recovery celebrating this tremendous act of faith and celebrating what this couple did together. And my first thought was, wow, this is really cool. I could do that. I wish I could do that. And the next thought was, you can't do that because you suck. I call that the you suck monster. It comes after every good thought, every good desire comes in and tries to convince me otherwise. I'm sure I'm not the only one who deals with this inner critic. For a long time after that, I struggled with this desire of wanting to face my fear of heights and go skydiving and then resisting even looking at that. And it was literally like a ping pong battle. There were times I would be at a local quarry with friends and they would be jumping off the highest peak. I'd jump off the second highest. And I was like tiptoeing around this strong desire, this calling to go skydiving. Then in March of 2007, right after a snowstorm, I hit the tipping point. I know that's what it was at the time. All I knew is I finally had the willingness to call the skydiving place and make an appointment. Now, I did not think they would be open. Nor did I think they'd be able to go skydiving. In the back of my mind, I thought I'll make the call, I'll get some peace, but have no real necessity to follow through. That wasn't the case. They were open, and within a few hours, I was on the road to New York after filling out the "if you die, it's not our fault" forms. Driving into the ranch, Skydive, the ranch is the name of the place. I had a little time to kill before my flight. An instructor comes up and says, "See that dot in the sky? Yeah, that's your plane." I'm watching a woman pack parachutes. Clearly, she's distracted as she's in this heated discussion.
Oh, good.
The you suck monster is getting increasing ammo. On the way up, I realize I'm going higher than any roller coaster I've ever been on. And the voice is getting louder. The you suck monster is getting louder. I'm the only newbie on the flight. All the guys have gone before. At about 10,000 feet, a little more than halfway up, one guy opens the door, falls out backwards. Okay, he jumps out. Apparently, he's allowed to do that at a certain point. Clearly, that's not me, as my muscles are clenching onto anything that they can. 14,000 feet, approaching jump point, the pilot exclaims. The instructor gives me simple orders: buckle this, buckle that, move closer to the door. No, you can't hold on to the side of the plane, your arms have to be on your chest. And the last instruction: now we go, in his Russian accent. Fall out of the plane. The plane disappearing quickly into the clouds, screaming at the top of my lungs. Top of my lungs. And all of a sudden, I stopped screaming. Not out of choice, but in awareness. Suddenly a feeling of peace comes over me. And I'm suspended in the middle of the sky, looking at the world from that point of view. One of the most spiritual experiences of my life. And the thought comes to me, what have I been so afraid of? Beauty? Life? This? When I think back on this journey to this point, I think of Joseph Campbell, who calls this the experience of being alive. And what I remember the most is the lesson that it taught me, which is that the most resistance comes right before a breakthrough.